Hello and welcome to another altar setup. So, dark nights outside can only mean one thing. We are fast approaching Halloween, Samhain, the winter solstice, all that wonderful, warm, cosy time of year. So of course it's time to change over the altar. So, start of the season into autumn, we have our new altar cloth, which shows the lunar cycle all the way through. And then obviously some leaves and flowers coming to the end of their life, and as is the basis for all my altar setups, Kia ora, which means home for my New Zealand family, and then some remnants of my childhood just to remind me where I came from. So we're going to set up the first most important thing on this altar. Is very special to me. It's the remembrance of our loved ones. Obviously Samhain is the turning of the year. It's the time when we celebrate the end of summer, we celebrate the harvest, and then we move on to the next part of the year, the cold, the sleep, the time for nurture, the time for growing beneath the surface. And it's also a time for remembering our loved ones. Samhain is when the veil draws the thinnest and our loved ones can come and see us. Obviously a lot of the traditions, the putting out of the jack-o'-lanterns, is to stop the evil spirits from finding your home, to distract them, but it's also a great time to communicate with our ancestors, and this candle is one of them. October is known, especially in the UK, as pregnancy and infant loss month, but the candle also represents the promise of hope, of new life, and lighting the way for all our loved ones that cross. So candles for me, particularly this time of year, take quite a central point on the altar, just beneath the full moon. Okay, quick pause while I get the next things ready. This section now I'm just putting on is a section for seeing, for viewing, for visiting our ancestors. So we have the rose quartz ball. Obviously rose quartz being the stone of the Taurian, from the star sign. And then the traditional crystal ball. Again, it's just a great tool for meditation, for concentration. And with it being made of quartz, it's a great energy and a great reflector. And I have my little obsidian. That sits just in front of them. And then some little reminders of my past and my angelic leadings, shall we say. So I believe that the angels watch over us, hence why the angel watches over the altar. Sit here, right to the front of that candle, I think. Try and get that to stay where it is. Lights on the right biggies. Okay, every witch needs a broom, and every broom needs pumpkins. Again, following on with the theme of light, so these are actually tea light holders. And it stands up straight and does as it's told. You put your tea lights in there as well, add more light to the altar. I will light it all at the end so you can see what it looks like when it's fully lit up. We'll just grab the next bits. Okay, so obviously we have our incense dragon. I am going to add some extra incense to this altar. Again, time of year, you want to be keeping the air nice and warm and snug, and incense really helps. And then I have my bear. So my bear, my spirit animal, I'm going to make a bear corner over this side. And then my little witch, you can see her in her cube. And she's going to sit quite front and foremost. Again, with it being the time of year, and the candle will reflect through the prism. Best thing ever. My little tiny voodoo doll. Sit down there. And obviously my green man, nod to my pagan druid beliefs. He's going to sit at the back this time, right on the full moon. Bring that candle forward a bit. And then my other little bear, this was my mother's. So you can go in bear corner. Okay, so we're just popping in another dragon This time a nod to obviously the religious time of year that's coming up, the celebration for Christmas. And we have another dragon incense burner. You can go at the front this time, in keeping. There he is. It's a malachite wishing bowl, just going at that side. Malachite is such a pure crystal. Came all the way from Cornwall, that one. Comes with its little wand. So this is all made of malachite. I'll put this at this side this time. I'm just going to put a few of these little bits. Put this little dragon up here, I think. He'll sit on the shelf. It's not too heavy for him. Yep. And then I'm going to put mojo beams and some chakra stones. Just in this little bowl here. White sage and a protection pod we're going to put into the tools drawer so they can come with us on investigations rather than being on the altar top. They aren't fully charged up. So I use my altar as well for charging energy into things. The aim is you put whatever it is onto the altar and it charges up the energy within it. So these I'm going to add to our little tool bag in a second. Just put my little bird down. So my little bird was my grandmother's. Just goes there, little blue bird. I'm actually going to use this bowl for what it's meant to be, an offering bowl. That's going to go there with our autumn offerings on, and every witch knows we don't blow out our candles. Listen. Keep our snuffer handy as well. Right. So this, if you follow our videos, you would have seen me walking around Cutwood, picking up bits. So this is just a little bit of natural beauty for our altar. Things we found on the forest floor. Again, just to remind us of the time of year. All of these will go back outside. We do add them. Just our little offering dish. So we have some oak leaves, some beech leaves, some acorns. And it's a thank you for the harvest. Obviously the acorns provide food. They represent food for the season, for the animals, and for humans. Can actually eat them. They make a disgusting tea, but you can actually eat these little buggers. Just make sure that if you are going to do that, you break that one so it sits in properly. You process them properly. Please do not eat raw acorns. You will get a very, very poorly tummy. Okay, last but not least, so I always took some of our business cards again. Just for handing this at the back. What altar, especially this time of year, is complete without some cute, tiny pumpkins. So we're just going to dot these around. We will then light everything and we will show you what it looks like lit up and working. And if I don't see you before, have a very blessed Samhain. I hope that all your wishes come true, your ancestors come to visit you, and many, many blessings for the turn of the wheel.